Greetings folks, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to answer Jason from Hot Rod Model Shop? No. Anyway, Jason had asked, Matt had answered, Jason from Blue Ox has answered, Sodak has answered, and I'm pretty sure many others are in the process of answering. What is your oldest kit? And what is your coolest kit? And most people so far seem to think that it's only considering what's in the box and unbuilt. And I build my stuff, and I don't have that big of a stash, but I'm not sure if this is an actual 1959 release, but it's definitely an older one. We have the Hawk San Francisco cable car. It's complete. It's ready to go. I almost built this one for the small scale. It is 1/4 inch scale, whatever that is. It's small. But then I like my show rods, hot rods, you know, muscle cars, stuff like that. And I looked at and thought about, is it possible to put a V8 in there with some big zoomy pipes and kind of Tom Daniel the thing? So yeah, I ended up holding on to this one. Someday I'm either going to build it the way it is because it's cool, or I'm going to make it my own and probably not so cool. But this one's kind of the oldest. And I may have something else older that's already built. I've bought lots of collections, and some of them were really, really old collections, so it's possible. But this one to me is just really neat, you know? I mean, how can you go wrong with such a cool cable car, huh? All that color and green and wood and little signage, and, you know, just having a history like that. This is model number 517-98. So if all things pan out, this would have been a 98-cent kit. And it might be hard to see, but right here it says 1959. Hawk Model Company. So yeah, this one's actually pretty cool. As you can see, it hasn't actually come off of the tree, but there are some parts that fell off that I put into a bag so they wouldn't get lost and mangled around too bad. But this is one of them. It's old and it's cool, and it's cool on its own level. And you had heard me just mention, you know, I like show rods and things, so this one here is kind of old and cool. This is model number 6899. It's an original issue box, and I think it's on the other side, but I believe this is from 71. It said 50 cents on it. I don't know who paid that for it, but whoever paid that much for it before I got it had a hell of a steal. Yeah, right down here it says 1971. But it's really cool because it is a bank. The back door does have a lock system that opens. It's a really neat kit altogether. The box is in reasonably really good shape altogether. Let's see if I can raise this up. There we go. That'll work. But yeah, this is cool on a different level because its actual function is a bank, which is more than just a static display piece. You can actually put coins in it, and it does have a locking system if you know the code. And some people are like, well, what's the code and blah blah blah. The bulkhead that goes right behind the driver's seat has the number stamped on it inside, so if you look through the windshield you can actually see it, and it's the exact same on everybody's kit. They didn't make a variety of combinations, it's just one, but it is a cool little system that works. Now this one, I believe some of the parts are open, and I don't remember too many of these older kits being bagged, but here you can see the A cool little body. It has been started. Somebody had the grill glued on it and the headlights in it. And it's been around. Yeah, see, here's the front seat. And if you can see up there on the top, right 1, left 36, right 19. And that would open the gate. So if you have one and you forgot what the code is, there you go. You're set. But as you can see, it has this nifty triple piece system that would lock into place. And as soon as all 3 pegs line up, she'll pop right open. She does have hinges. Anyway, it's a really neat kit. There's some extra parts and pieces in here as well. As you can see, there's another one on the tree. There's a one-piece chassis. It's kind of low detail kit, but it's actually really, for me, it's actually pretty cool. So yeah, I like my show rods, and this is definitely one of them. And I do have the Fast Buck, which is blue on the box. I did paint that one. I believe it came out after the Jinx Express. And most of the show rod stuff started happening 66, 67-ish. They started doing a lot more factory design concept cars, which brought about a little more of the show rod scene. Late 68-ish or so is when most of the actual cars hit the streets. And by 69 and 70 is when Tom Daniel picked up and Monogram started making show rods. And they weren't the only one, because obviously there's Cushionberry and Starlberg or whatever his name is, and many other ones. And this one, I'm not exactly sure who created this one. This might have been a Joe Osterman or something like that, but check that bad boy out, eh? That's an original issue. That's right, Gridiron Grabber. And one of the questions was, might be hard to see, but what football team is that? Yeah, good luck. Some people might know that information just from knowing the answer to it, but this box has seen way better days. The box to me doesn't really matter. I don't build the boxes. Yeah, I don't build the boxes. And I usually think outside the box. And that's what makes this kit pretty cool for me. Kit issue 1-3010. And it is a 120 scale, which makes it a little bit bigger. Just some really cool, neat stuff that they put on these kits, you know, to kind of keep a theme alive and flowing throughout the whole of the build. And to me, that's just what makes it kind of neat, you know. And here we got the old, I can't get that quite that far. Anyway, I think it's just a long sheet in instruction. I don't remember if decals, no, decals went in that. Yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to see too much like that, but maybe. Really ain't a whole lot to it, but look at that ass, man. 4 big wide super slicks in the back. You can tell she's going to hook up. Yeah, to me this is my kind of cool. And then of course we have the kit. Molded in red. And it is sealed. A lot of loose parts in it because it's, you know, it's got some age on it. A couple of chrome sheets in here. Got the big two-piece helmet and the double blower. And we got some massive deep rims. And I mean massively deep. That's my finger. And it's deep, almost as deep as my finger. Some really cool parts on here. So yeah, you can tell I like my show rods, hot rods, muscle cars, odds and ends thereof. Get this back in here real quick. Now, of the boxed kits, I believe this one came out in '69, and I believe the Jinx was a '71. So, honestly, of the oldest kits I have, probably the Hawk's in the box. Otherwise, there's some that were built already in my collection that I'm not exactly sure of. So I can't really say. But of the ones I do happen to know and happen to have in the house at the moment, this kit came out in 1963, I believe. And this is the XR6 that came with a 27T as a build one of two ways option. This one, when I got it, was black, it was unpainted, it was a serious glue bomb. It had little fender pieces all around that I couldn't reuse. There was some parts that I had to, as you can tell, make an aluminum hood. Which, I mean, it's a hood till I can actually find a real one. It had some of its original motor, but it's missing a lot. The windshield already had its glue marks on it, so I just cleaned it up a little bit, put it back on. I'm not looking to do a 100% perfect restoration of this kit. It's kind of cool. It's pretty neat. The belly pan, you can see down there, there's still some panel lines and some seams and not necessarily glue bomb areas, but you can see there's cracks and things in there. But once you see the pictures of the original when I got it, you're going to say, yeah, that looks 95% better. And now it's got dust on it, and yeah, it's cool. Making the little hood out of aluminum, yeah, that was fun. Gave me something to do for about 4 hours. Nope, it doesn't land on there perfect, but it does sit. And until I paint it red, that's the way it's going to stay. But that would be one of the oldest I have. Come on, sit there. And then this one would be another of them. And, oh no, it fell apart already. had to re-glue my front axle on. Okay. But this would be the George Barris bed buggy. And this isn't the model box. This is actually just a piece of paper that I printed out and folded up. But I had, if you've seen it on my channel recently, I started with just the bed and the headboard. And everything else is custom made and fabricated. It's a very customized kit, shall we say. Let's see if I can get that on there without it falling off. There we go. Just sit there. Yeah, I'm going to have to re-glue that piece there. As you can see, all the goody fun stuff in the back. The headboard, the gas tank, the lava lamps, lanterns, whatever they were. The whole Corvair Oppose 6. All the little details and things are all custom added, from the foot pedals, the little candles on the side, and the headlights that I carved out of wood. These were little balsa trip pieces. But this one, I believe, actually came out in 66 or 67. And just to have one in my show rod collection is impressive. Even if it's not completely original or anything, I don't really care. Just having actual kit pieces as the starting base of something way cooler. So I have one more to show you that I would like to, I don't know how I want to do this. Hang on, let me do this. Alright folks, this one's been on my shelf for a while now. And the reason this one is so cool is because it's not actually a kit. There was 6 pieces of resin is what I started with. There's 2 sides, a front, a back, a top, and the little casket. Everything else on this kit is custom made other than the motor and the wheels, you know, blah blah blah. But I have to make everything, including the frame, the suspension, the whole interior. And I did not glue my top on purpose. I don't know if you can see that there. It's got little purple lines in it. As you can see, it has a dashboard, it has its pedals, shifter, steering wheel. It's got curtains inside, soft fluffy seats. Oh, fuck me running. Damn it. Alright, well, I guess I got work to do. I'm just going to let that sit right there, because it's way too freaking cool to be messing with. That's for damn sure. And to do the purple on the body here, basically the whole kit was painted white. It had a coat of pearl white over top of that. And then I took a fine point Sharpie in the lightest lavender purple I could and just started dotting my way around. And then that actually made it look out pretty good. If you know the real car, the Ed Fink's Druid Princess. This could have been the replacement for the Munsters machine, but the Munsters actually came out just in time. Yeah, I'm going to have to re-glue all of that. Well, that's fine. One slight little bump and they go splink. I'm glad the suspension didn't break, because that stuff is extremely tedious. I'll show you pictures rather than moving the camera around and get you dizzy, but Yeah, this is the coolest kit in my collection, and what qualifies that, there's probably less than a dozen of these built amongst all modelers worldwide. In fact, some of the biggest show rod people I know don't even have this in their collection. I think two people on Facebook in particular that I know of showed me pictures of theirs. And then there's other people that say they have it, which I can't verify. So based on that, I'm going to say it's probably one of the rarest built models replicating the original, because there was no actual model kit of this car. So to even have this much sitting here is very, very awesome. And like I said, I started with 6 resin pieces, which I can't say were poorly casted. They were just extremely thin, very dainty, and the very tops up here where it's thin across the top of the windows was really flexible like. So it took a lot of time and patience because there was a lot of sanding and grinding and smoothing out to do. And thankfully I managed to pull it off and it all came together just fine. That made my day. So anyway, this one might not be the oldest, but it's definitely the coolest in my collection, in my opinion, because everybody's opinion of cool is different. So that much I'm not even here to debate about. And you know, I'm a show rod guy. So if Tom Daniel built it, I put it in the cool collection. Period. End of story. I don't even care if I like it or not. It's a Tom Daniel kit. It's in the cool collection. If any of the other show rod guys, Ed Fink and George Barris and Strasburg, Cushenberry and all the other guys, and Osterman and all them, all of that to me is in the cool category, regardless of the age of it. They could have came out with it yesterday, for all I care. It's still cool. But other than that, I don't know. I'll take a square body Chevy or a G body Monte Carlo, Buick, Olds. Them are cool too. So anyway, that's pretty much the answer, my answer to the question. Don't forget to go check out Jason at Hot Rod Speed Shop, Hot Rod Model Shop, something like that. I'll have the link in the description below. And if you haven't already, make a video. Let us know what's your oldest kit, what's your coolest kit, and whether it's in a box or already built. Let us know. So until next time, have a great one. Happy belated Easter. And bye.